always been.
Michael, I want to pick up another aspect of this, because sometimes these shooters come out of nowhere. Nobody, I never dreamt that he would do it, but there were warning sign after warning sign. More than 24 times local authorities were called with concerns about this kid, and then we've learned about these extraordinary failures by the FBI, including the one, as we mentioned at the top of the show, where somebody called the FBI tip line and identified Cruz as a threat. Here was the FBI response.
Under normal protocol, this information should have been provided to the Miami field office. Their appropriate investigative steps would have been taken. The FBI has determined that protocol was not followed.
Michael, how do you explain that, and should there be repercussions?
Well, there should be an investigation. We should find out what happened, and if protocols weren't followed, that should be followed up on. I mean, we should also keep in mind the men and women of the FBI are incredible. They're out there every single day keeping us safe, and I'm sure they're as devastated as anybody is about what happened. I think the question is, you know, Chuck said that what differentiates America from the rest of the world is the easy access to handguns. That's not true. What actually differentiates America from the rest of the world is that we have a system of government which protects people and their rights from an oppressive government, from tyranny. And we shouldn't be as casual as some of this conversation is about taking away people's Second Amendment rights, their Fourth Amendment right to due process. And so even if we knew all of this, even if the red flags had been identified the way they should have been and those errors hadn't happened, what do you do next is the question. It's very easy in the light of tragedy to say it's very simple to take away people's rights, but we should be hesitant to do so.
So, knowing what you know about Nicholas Cruz, should he have been able to get a AR-15?
I think there's a long conversation about everything that should have happened. Obviously, nobody thinks that Nicholas Cruz should have had an AR-15. Obviously, tragedy could have been avoided. How you get from that statement, which 100% of Americans could agree with, to an actual public policy that achieves that while also respecting the rights of millions and millions of Americans is why this is such a difficult issue, and we shouldn't be casual about that.
All right, panel, we have to take a break here. We'll see you a little later. But when